What's going on Facebook? What's happening? What's it, YouTube? Everybody that's out there, man, how y'all doing tonight, man? You tuned into another great episode of the Male Translations Podcast, where we break down the difference of what men say and women hear. Give men a voice, give women insight on relationships, the men's voice when it comes to relationships. I'm your host, Mr. Male Translations, Clarence Brown, certified life coach, relationship coach. And I'm in here with my guy, co-host, spiritual leader, good friend. You know, anything he need, I'm coming, I'm on the way. Pastor Dozier's in the building. Pastor Dozier, what's happening, bro? How you feeling,
Man, trying to get out that storm in Florida weather, man. You know, trying to make it right, and still pushing black love. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be a little selfish right now. Juneteenth, I'm tired of the day. We're gonna take June over, and we're gonna scream black love for June.
That's a bet. That's a bet. Dodging them raindrops out there, trying to get through the weather. Hey, man, listen. You know, when the summertime coming in Florida, you know, it's liable to rain every day of the summer.
No
real
question.
facts, real facts. So, y'all, tonight, man, you guys already see the title, man. You know, we got another banger for y'all tonight. We got another great topic for you tonight. Something that I actually got from Pastor Dozier. So, you know, I think this is going to be a great subject for us to have a conversation about, because to me, you know, this falls right in line with a lot of stuff we've been kind of talking about these past couple of weeks. And so the topic is, can a man be a peacemaker and a policymaker? Right. So one of the lines, you know, Pastor Dozier, you got all these one-liners. You know, you always make these statements. Hey, I can sell this for $9.99. You're gonna be the smartest person at work. You know. So this is one of his one-liners. You know, a person should not only be a peacemaker. It's when it comes to relationships, we should not only be peacemakers, but we should also be policymakers. Okay, so I got it from Pastor Dozier. But now here's the thing. I'm looking at this saying, okay, well, as men, are we in position? Are we in that same position to feel like we should be able to be policymakers? Or is it a position where, you know, it's just like, hey, man, this is not for us. It's kind of, we talk in the grand scheme of relationships. Yeah, no doubt. And kind of talk in general statements. But when it comes to specifying who has the actual right or who has that position to say, hey, listen, I believe this is the right way to go. When you talk about relationships, this ain't just okay, well, yeah, of course. I mean, you know, and I say that because, you know, we always have women that will state, hey, you know, it just depends, you know, if you're the right man, if you're a good man, or we already know if he's a real man, you know what I'm saying, with air quotations, you know what I mean, then, of course, he can establish some level of policy in a relationship, kind of, you know, direct. I ain't gonna say dictate, but direct, you know, where even though I mean dictate sometimes, you know what I'm saying? That's a word that's very strong, but we got to throw that out, because the thing is, the relationships, especially marriages, are under the notion happy wife, happy life. And I heard a lady, and she goes by the wife coach on Instagram. She was like, hey, you know, in my household, it's happy spouse, happy house, right? I like. I felt like, hey, that kind of got a little ring to it. I'm feeling that. But at the same time, I felt at the same
good remix.
I say, well, is it really like that? I got a question, ladies, the people that support and follow the Male Translation Podcast. I need y'all out there to do me this solid and vibe with your boy, vibe with your people. Me and Pastor Dozier right now on this topic. We need to hear from you, and I need to know: can a man
lay policy?
Can he lay down policy? Can he come in and establish? Because here's the thing: I did a video Pastor the other day. I say, hey, listen, ladies, what a man brings to the table could fix your table. I created a metaphor. I say, hey, a lot of women want to talk about, hey, what you bring into the table. But overall, I think women want a man to bring things that fix other people's table, but don't touch my table. Don't come for me unless I sit for you.
Add to my table. Don't try to fix it.
Right. Now, as a man, if he's supposed to be able to, as a good man, to come in and identify some areas where he can bring growth and improvement to, that's what he's supposed to do. Bring benefits, surplus, add, addition, never subtraction. Then he should be able to identify, hey, you know, as my lady, I see areas where I can build you up. This is what I'm hearing women want a man to do. Strengthen me, build me up, like help me with my business, help me da. So if a man comes in and says, okay, well, these are areas I feel like I can fill a gap, then why are women so offended when a man does try to establish some level of policy, if it may be revolving her or just overall just establish some type of order or
Right.
because this is what you always say. A man gonna come in, good man gonna come in, he gonna bring some balance, he gonna bring some order, some structure.
Yeah.
But that's a
he
fight.
got to do all that. Yeah.
Am I wrong, Pastor, if I say that ain't easy? That's
no question about it. I don't know. I hope it ain't no fight, but it definitely ain't easy.
I mean, we ain't gonna go to fisticuffs, but I mean, I do believe
because what happens is most women always feel like I'm good, but all I needed was a man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm good with everything.
Right.
I just got it. I just need, and I hate to say it, a lot of women just put that man in this place of, hey, this is what I need him to be, and we good from him. But I'm saying, you know, if you're a good man, yes, he should be able to put some policy in, but
yeah, we go. And so I believe the same thing, but we know that when it comes to this, it's like, I don't want to hear about this.
Yeah.
Ladies like, can he be a peacemaker and a policy maker? Click off.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's a distasteful, unattractive subject when it comes to a man who comes in and says, hey, can I fulfill the role that you expect me to fulfill?
Right.
Like, I think that sometimes that's the battle that men face when it comes to the fact that you have women that don't allow a man to fulfill the role that she wants him to fulfill. And to me, it's like, well, you can't ask me to assume this role and title and fight me tooth and nail every time I try to step into that role. So again,
crazy.
Can a man be a peacemaker and a policy maker?
I can answer the question, so I don't know the question, but I answer his confidence tonight. It's so crazy. But I mean, let's be real. First of all, ladies, we got to establish. Do you ever feel like there's room for things getting better?
Yeah.
Forget the pot, because we already know that's gonna be tough. I'm just asking everybody, hey, do you feel like there's any areas that need some work? Because we already know. A lot of times the answer is yes. You know, some things need some work, but
right. But don't let him speak on it. Don't let him bring those things up. Because to me, like I said, it ain't the fact that if she knows she has flaws and areas she can work on. It's like, well, I'm working on those things. Don't make mention of it. Hey, don't talk about it, because then it sounds like you almost kind of putting me down. You kind of down talking me, right? And see, when you see the comments, this goes to prove some of the things that's out there to be like, man, see, it ain't that easy to just say, hey, you know what, man.
Because she's saying, you know, hey, man, it's just like anything. You know, she's saying you got to have confidence to fix table, because guess what? You're trying to fix something without a manual. You got to at least check the manual out, blah, blah. But I'm saying all those are good metaphors. But the truth of the matter is, hey, he gets aside, and guess what? We're not doing it like this.
Right.
This is not good.
Right.
Is that okay? The way you've been doing it, woman, now soon to be whatever else we are, if I'm going to be in this world, this is a policy. I don't like this.
Fact.
Policy, not going to work. It's just a real policy. It's like no call, no show. You fired. Like,
right.
So this is not going to work. Man,
no.
What are we talking about?
And this is the reason why I brought this up is because sometimes I get a little, hate speech. And like when you come across like this, why y'all talk about this? Like a man should that. And to me, this is where I don't think women see the real battle that a man face when it comes to them, when it comes to you, you, whomever's out there and watching, right, supporting the show. I'm not to point y'all out to put y'all down, but yeah, I want to ask to provoke that thought to say, is it really like how you say it is when it comes to the fact you do want a man to come in and be a masculine man? You want that masculine, positive energy. Okay, great. Now, when he comes in, what comes with that is him being able to identify qualities that he can improve or that you can improve.
A good man.
If he is what you say he is to be. So why is it such a hard place for a man to find himself or find himself to enter when it comes to a woman saying, you know what, I accept this? I used to tell you, I say sometimes I have to pin my wife in the corner with facts. And then, and only then do I get all right, you're right. You're right. Okay. And then so because she's quick witted, quick on her feet, I got to come up with all these different angles and entry points. Just
to balance it all out. But that's only because the real issue tonight is I mean, come on, man. Women don't want to be told what to do.
What you mean?
That's it.
I don't believe it.
I mean,
where you get this from?
Don't tell me what to do. Like, don't tell me that the way I've been doing stuff ain't working. Don't tell me this ain't good. Like,
sound like you've been here before.
Yeah, man. man, that positive. And most times, I'm being honest. Every time I've ever brought up being positive, it'd be like, we need to talk through some things still, Pastor. Like I'm saying this. I mean,
it ain't done yet.
I mean, because you're not letting them lead. You're trying to negotiate everything. And I know this is tough. Everybody said that marriage means it takes compromise and negotiation. And that may be true to a certain extent, but it got to be established. Two heads is a monster.
Right.
You understand that every job there's somebody that's a manager or a supervisor, and you get it and you understand it. Even if it's you today and you work up, like you understand that structure. The America, president, House representative,
right.
like you understand top going down, daddy, wife, children. But when it comes to really, come on, man, like it just comes down and you don't want to do. You don't want nobody telling you nothing.
Right.
That's why you don't want to be no positive. Positive means what you can tell me what to do. Now, women don't mind giving out no positive, but tonight we talk about the fight that a man goes through when, guess what? He sees something not right. What does he do? Be the peacemaker? I say, no, I don't think it's working.
Right.
I'm telling you.
And here you go. Now, you mentioned in prior podcasts, you say, hey, through your counseling, you both counsel singles and couples. And, you spoke to women that say, hey, listen, it don't seem like he cares. Or, oftentimes it's like, well, I want him to be more like
he didn't care. Like, fine, yes, short answers. Yeah, he look good, but I don't know if he's into what I look like in my hair and what he says, man, that hair, that wig, whatever it is, I don't like it. And it's not good for that's not, I don't think it looks good with it complements your face here, but like, can he just say not good, not going, man, you thought I gotta get rid of my wig?
Can he say, I see you without the wig on?
True
story. The wave cat, the do rag, like, come on now.
Thank you.
It got holes in it. It's dry.
Right. So I had someone say the exact same thing. Like, hey, and I asked her, I introduced policy. She's like, well, dude's like, hey, I want to walk in the bathroom and see this little puppy on the counter.
The cat.
Yeah. Cat on the counter. And he's just like, I would just prefer it not to be like that.
Right.
So what you saying? You don't like my hair? Like, no, I don't like your hair. Can you put it in a drawer? Here's the point. So he was saying, I'm not good when a woman I love reminds me that this hair ain't hers and it's on the counter. The thing that I gotta try to like is in the bathroom on the counter. So he was just saying, and then he told about this little twisty type thing, not twisty, this little Tupac thing.
Right.
And little Tupac, he was like, I just really want to go, I want to kind of see that whole Angie Mama thing. Like, I don't. It's like, what you like? So I got to take care of my hair. And here's my point. It's your husband saying this don't work well for me.
Right. You offended me.
But she done told 100 times, like, hey, you know what? You get better shoes when you dress up. I like you in it. Like she done gave him a whole itemized. You need to use this kind of stuff for your skin. You need this kind of lotion for your like. I like when you smell like this. Right. Forget what he like. I want this. I bought this. I want to smell you in this. I want this and I want that. And it's like,
right.
We don't even talk about politics. They just say, I like this, do it.
So here's the thing, man. We got y'all locked in on Facebook. Also, YouTube, man. They rocking with us, showing love tonight as always, man. We gonna get these folks on into this room here. But what I need y'all to do right now, man, if y'all rock with the show, because I got some questions we're gonna get right into it. Y'all know how we do every week, but I need right now for y'all to hit that like button. Not only that, hit that share button. All right. What I want to do, man, I'm trying to grow the channels to, especially Facebook. I want to hit at least 10,000 followers. I got about 5,000 friends. Half of them, I don't even know them. Right. But for everybody that's out there that show love every week, man, if y'all rocking with me and Pastor Dozier on these topics, these relationship issues, I need y'all to hit that like button and that share button. It will really, really mean a lot. And this is how we grow the audience and how we get these debates to get even more live, right? So I already know who to call out. My girl Val, if she ain't already shared right now, she gonna share already. Troy, if she hasn't shared, I know y'all good for a share, man. I see these shares every week, man. I really, really appreciate y'all love and support. So before we get into it, man, let me get these likes up, get these likes up. I don't see nothing on Facebook. I'm gonna call y'all out when I see y'all on Wednesday night, because I know y'all be on here and y'all gotta show love. Come on now. Same thing goes for the place. Y'all see I got my Father's Day shirt as well. The place where the real fathers go. You see what I'm saying?
It's something like people feel like that like button, they're allergic to that like button. I done had 100 people on the live one time. and we had like 14 likes. They
like,
just don't want to hit the like button.
They're like, man,
I like show, but I don't want to hit the button. Don't bother me.
Like, good. Let me just
Everybody get so goonish when they get online.
Just keep entertaining.
Keep entertaining.
Keep entertaining.
I got a real question. I don't know if this is your question tonight. Ladies, have a man ever gave you a policy and you went with it? I want to know.
That was in line with
has. I want to talk about if I meet the right one. I already know the answer. If I meet the right one. Has a man ever gave you a policy? I want to hear. He gave me his policy, told me this is what worked for him, this is what was best. I said, fine. I want to hear fine. Give me one that's ever happened in your lifetime. Either y'all ain't together no more. Did he ever just lay it out and say, hey, this is my policy right here?
Facts.
You know.
We need to know. I need to know. Pastor Dozier need to know.
Because I'm gonna say right now, before we get started, the statistics are issue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And like I said, my question here was this: you already see right here. What policy can a man make that a woman should expect or respect? So
Pastor, you gotta be the right one.
Right.
All that stuff. Have you ever respected a man's policy? He said this, you said cool, I get it, baby. Da da da. I want to know what policy was that?
Yeah.
As anyone. Yeah, I don't hear nothing.
Nathaniel.
Yeah, nothing.
Nathaniel.
Anyone. I'm waiting.
Cricket City.
What about Sister Short? First Lady Short. What we talking about, First Lady?
I know we can rely on you for a good comment.
First Lady.
First Lady.
Val answer is no. Trevon answer I know is no. Ain't nobody ever told y'all nothing.
Just like us.
Yeah.
What? So the question is, Pastor Dozier is asking ladies, what policy can a man establish within a relationship that, like I put, that you can respect and accept? You can say, okay, that's cool. You know what? I recognize. Okay, cool for you. And see, because here's the thing: my wife established this policy when we were dating. Right? I'm gonna give y'all one policy that I had beef with. I had major beef with. I had to come to terms. Come to grips. And basically, she was like, hey, when I come to the house, no matter what time of the night, it could be 2, 3, 1 in the morning. You wake up, see me walk through the door. Not to greet me, but at least to make sure I'm safe. Right now, as a young Cleasy, I was saying to myself,
you all right?
You okay? I'm like, man, come on, man.
You just called me and said you're on your way home, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got to be up.
Yeah. And she like, well, no, because that don't make me feel safe. So that's a policy that I had to come to terms with, recognizing that this is my wife, even though in my mind I felt different and outside of what norms were for women. I had to understand for her, this is what it worked. This how I had to be. And the same can be said for us men. I know we have things where it's like, and I think one of my policies was, hey man, it don't matter how mad you may be at me, but you always gotta approach me with respect. Because I say I can be wrong, 100% wrong, and I still ain't trying to hear it. All because of the way you tried me, the way you approaching me. Now, that's still y'all pray for me. You know what I'm saying? When it come down to end of service, when y'all lay y'all head down and every eye closed and every head down. I ask y'all pray for me on that. Because that was something. So I think that's common. So let me see. Stop it. We want to know. I want to know. I need somebody to jump off the porch.
Prove me wrong.
And say it was a policy. Well, he said this, and I can respect that. A man can't even.
He said this, and I said, fine, no problem. He said this what he liked, and I went with it.
Right. Now, even in those moments, like that policy had to be established through a battleground of a disagreement, where it was like, okay, well, why is it that I can't get you to just see my side of the story? And I'm like, because the way you approach me. Like, I could have been wrong, no doubt. I mean, and you know what? I'll admit I'm wrong, but I'm still not finna budge on this part of how I'm approached with respect and disrespect. So I'm trying to see, ladies, and don't go ghost on us now. Don't go silent on us now. Is there a policy?
Troy, I like choice. Hey, yes, cook at least 4 times out the week. Don't call me boy.
That's
good.
Please don't call me no boy.
Yeah. My husband told me he don't do sandwiches, so I cook. And that real though, baby. I made you a little sandwich. I got your little deli meat in there. Deli meat. Well, at least that's some positive. Because somebody right now telling somebody, baby, listen, I got some. I'm gonna be gone. Me and my girl be going out tonight. Mm-hmm. So I got some deli meat in there, and you know what I mean. I got that little cheese. I got some slices if you want to put some on there, and you got plenty of bread. You got plenty of bread. You got plenty of bread. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? any bread.
I don't tell you a flaw policy I heard, but it's a real policy. Guy met a girl at the club and said, guess what? You can't go to the club no more.
Yeah. You know?
I
some guys.
Yeah.
Now, see, I ain't gonna lie. Now, I ain't gonna tell you ain't go to the club no more. But I'm like, hey man, listen, you know what? We in a different space now. So I'm trying to see, what your focus is.
What you trying to go out there? But I love that.
So yeah, be like, and that's good. I think
those are policies that they put out. These are the ones that you accept. Because the question was ones you can accept and respect. Can you respect somebody saying you got to cook 4 times a week?
Right. And I don't do sandwiches or what was the other thing?
Don't call me boy.
Don't call me boy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like
anything like that, little man, into that.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Pastor Dozier, because my beef is the fact that when I put out the video we did the other day, and I asked what can a man do to make a woman respect them to the point where she follow his lead. And so many women were putting in the comment section on Facebook and Instagram. That was like, well, everything along the lines of he has to prove his worth to her and prove that he can be led. And so in all of this proving, I had got a bad taste in my mouth.
What are you proving?
Something just creeped a little piece of honey on the tongue. And I'm thinking to myself, what? Yeah. Because you had so many men that would say, hey, that problem of me having to always prove my value already leave me without any leverage to say anything. So it's like, if he come in the door, let's think about these new relationships, ladies. If you have a man that, you begin talking and y'all begin a relationship of some sort, and he's saying that I gotta to you prove that just asking for certain things, I gotta be worthy to ask for that. Yeah. Like that is already a bad taste in so many men's mouth. Yeah. And on the flip side, you got women that's like, well, if he just don't seem to pick this up, then we just move on.
Yeah.
And that's why I had this conversation. I want to have this conversation because to me, it's like, well, first of all, why are you so quick to leave? And don't you know he has a list? Shouldn't he have a right to have certain things that he feels or need to go right for him and benefit his life, as opposed to just being come in, prove, show me, okay, prove your work. And I'm saying, well, ain't it the woman got some stuff to prove too? Because he has to see wife in her before he decides to propose. I mean, 95% of proposals are made by the man, are they not?
Yeah. No question about it. And the real question is, ladies, I hear y'all commenting, but I can take it a step further. Would you rather a man tell you something personal about you as policy, or would you rather him keep the peace?
Right.
Personal. Food. Don't call me this. Personal, like something about you, your body, your style, your clothes, your hair. Like, can he go? Would you rather him give you real policy and say, hey man, I ain't with that dude ever again? Or would you rather him keep the peace about you with something personal? I mean, real personal.
That's good.
Because y'all talking about stuff that's kind of in general, that's cute. Clarence, are you saying we can't make policy? That's what we talking about. No. Nobody said that.
Right.
He's just asking, can you give one that a man can make and accept?
Right. Because of course we know y'all do make policies. Can you
off rip?
It's almost like to say, can you do?
You already go back in history. Go back in the archives. Talk about shows where a man can't do this. He can't have his phone like this. First day, he better I seen the meme the other day that was so funny. It said, I was gonna send it to you too. It said, what was it? Broke? How did it say what it was? It said, what was it? Here it is. So a man has to be financially stable to date a broke woman, right? So a man, the woman ain't got the money right, but he got to be financially stable.
Ain't that an oxymoron?
That's a policy. The policy, man, got to be provided now.
Remember, and ladies, y'all probably done said this. I told you the other day, Pastor Dozier, I saw somebody I work with. She posted, say, hey, I don't need a man for nothing, but I ain't gonna date a man that can't do nothing for me.
I don't need a man for nothing, but I ain't dating no man
that can't do nothing for me. What? Yeah. That sounds like thought music right there. Because to me, what that sound is that, hey, listen, I'm always want to be in the driver's seat. So to Troy, what she was saying, hey, can we make policy? Yeah. Yep, absolutely you can. And in fact, absolutely you do make policy. Yeah. Now the problem is when a man comes in, and let's think about the dynamics. It's so intricate because don't let kids be involved. If she's a single mother, which 85% of women, I think what is 85%?
83.
Hey, something like that. Single mothers. So when you cross a certain age range, you're 85% more likely to encounter a woman who has children, right? We both over the age of 30. You both, I think, you just touched, just a little 40. You know what I'm talking about? The women in these age ranges are so likely to have children that are single mothers. Then how do you come into a environment as a man and know that, hey, she's basically the leader of her pride right there, and you coming in and saying, hey, now she's gonna move to the side and let you reign king.
Clarence saying good. I want to argue both sides though, because the truth of the matter is, I don't mind a woman standing her ground, saying, hey, I'm not gonna devalue myself, lose who I am to buy into your policy. I'm all for that. All for that. But if it's not hindering something with you, because I also feel like, guess what? I feel like ladies should. As a matter of fact, if I be totally honest, I feel like there's some policies that ladies don't implement.
Cortisha, now she say, I would rather him give me the truth
than to keep the peace.
Okay,
right. Here's the problem. That's not, now I'm arguing both sides. Well, the truth of the matter is, sometimes when a woman hears the truth, it changed the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys don't tell the truth, because sometimes most women either can't accept their truth, because sometimes the truth about a woman is she didn't have no policy. Now these extreme cases, right? So she got lied to, she got dogged, she got this because there was no policies that she set. Okay, you know what I mean? So we get the back. But what we're talking about is we're gonna assume the guy is the good guy, but can that good guy lay a policy about something that you still like? And this is what the problem always is. Policies are always an issue when I still like this. So you say, hey man, we give you the leeway, some jobs give you 15 minutes. Right. Well, 16 is a problem. So a lot of times people don't like, well, I don't like being disciplined in this area of my life. I don't want it. So now the problem is, does the man argue with you about something that you know wrong? Listen, remember, this takes me back. Oh, man. Not everybody, I'm just saying. Right. Now, and while y'all answering that question, ladies, because I'm thinking about the time where, as a man, I was told by my wife, hey, babe, can you help keep up with these dishes? Right. Now, I've been a dishwasher before in restaurants. I hate washing dishes. Hate it. You know what I'm saying? My fingers wrinkling up at the sound of water. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. But okay, she came at me with respect. Remember, that was a policy that I had established. So I couldn't give her no rebuttal, no back talk with that, right? But when I saw the same thing happen on the other end, okay, well, it's not tit for tat. I don't think it's tit for tat. I just think that I, as a man, had a right to speak up and say, hey, can we stick to the policy that she established? Right. So I unknowingly spoke up and said, hey, babe, it's a couple dishes in the sink, you know what I'm saying? Everything kind of getting backed up, you know what I mean? So you kind of help, keep things caught up. She gonna turn and look in the sink and say, well, hold on, because that I only have a fork. And then that's your glass. That cup and that yours. That's both yours. I just didn't have none of that. To which I was shocked and appalled. I'm saying to myself, wait a minute, hold up. Why? Now, when you came to me, I said, all right, cool. I kept the peace. You see what I'm saying? I asked ladies, I told y'all in the topic, why men cheat if they're happy. The question is not is he really happy? The question is he happy or is he trying to keep the peace? In this case, I kept the peace. Can he be a peacemaker and a policy maker is the question of the topic. So I said to myself, well, if I stick to this established policy, I should have the right to enforce it as well. So you talk about, hey, a woman or a man don't want to be punished with this certain thing or that certain thing. I'm saying, well, hold up. Why is it that I got to be impugned for doing certain things, and then now I feel like, well, it should be equal footing, and now it's turned against me. Right. I got a question because what Clarence said. Now it's gonna be good. I'm gonna tell you right now. At what point, I need to know on what grounds do you keep your policy and lose the guy?
Come on,
I lose the girl.
That's a great question.
Because I always also talk about in these policies, what's the deal breaker policy? So I talk about marriage because I always say, hey, listen, there is something I won't be able to shake. That's what I told you. Like the no call, no show. We know that's policy, but this policy means we probably don't see you no more.
Right. Irreversible.
So now I want to know at what point, what policy says, no, I'm not breaking this. Now, I mean, I'm not keeping the peace about this. It's a policy.
Right.
But we talk about policies. It leads me into this world of compromise, negotiation, and that's good stuff. But I'm talking about real code of conduct policies that say, "Hey, I ain't budging with that.
Right.
I'm not accepting this. Not expecting it. I need to know that." So, ladies, y'all talking about cooking those sandwiches, boy, that's cute. It's wonderful. I want to know at what policy are you willing to take? Because I think that's important to talk about. That I'm never going for this.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's good to know early on, even before the dude.
And see, here's the thing: I'm not a woman, and I can only speak to what I believe.
Right.
Will say. So, ladies, if I'm wrong, I need y'all to call me out right now because this is what I feel. I feel like women only allow those type of policies where it's a deal breaker if it can be applicable to both sides. You see what I'm saying? So she'll go for the hey, no cheating, and if he say hey, if you cheat on me, it's over, and she's like, okay, well, great, because if you cheat on me, that's how I feel. You see what I'm saying? If he say hey, don't just expect me.
You want real answers too. I'm so glad Clarence said it because we seen it go the other way. People say that's a policy, and guess what happened? Guess what happened? You ain't gonna do nothing. I seen girls say, if you do this, you lie, you still taking lies.
Right. But I can't speak on behalf of women. I can only speak as a man on what I believe. Women would
Ladies,
say.
tell us, give us a policy. Guess what? Deal breaker, not doing it. And I'll tell you right now.
But that's what a deal breaker from what he would, or what you saying, just in general.
Either way, I don't know if she can speak for the man's side. She probably could.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know stuff that men won't go. I know men that'll sleep with 100 women, but you can't do it.
Yeah.
He leaving you today.
Fact.
He got 100 women, and he saw you in a text with one dude. He said, "Man, you're sorry, you old steak." Like, how does see that happen?
You're right, because I got a partner that did the same thing.
Ain't having it too. I mean, like, ain't having it, bro.
Right.
I don't care what I did. This nigga told me, bro. I don't care what I did. You better not do nothing.
Fact.
And it's possible. And we through. Like, no more. You ain't about nothing.
Let me see what Jordan came through the wood. She say, throwing away my old pictures if he goes
gay. If he go gay.
Okay. So
throwing away old pictures, you not gonna do that? Oh, wow. You gonna keep the oldest?
So that's a policy to where she leaving. That's the dead end road right there. Right. So you say, hey, you throwing away my old pictures. If you turn on to the to the other side.
I mean, what about you saying go gay? What if he had a man one weekend though? Like, you know what I'm saying? He had an episode. He just, you know what I'm saying, one little time, him and his dog got a little too close. But he back now.
No, ain't none of him. Him and his dog.
Throw away your old pictures. You gotta let them go anyway.
Right, because I'm saying, she said, I'm not doing it. So I need to know, ladies. I see we got a couple people on YouTube that's showing love. I'm gonna make sure I show love to y'all as well. Let me see, amen. Let me see, Tamika, Deaconess Tamika.
She even the old picture with somebody else.
Yeah, I'm not moving your yard. Period.
You're not moving no yard.
I don't know.
I'm not mowing no yard. Oh, okay. Tamika, I ain't doing none of that. Ever, Tamika? You ain't never gonna grab a weed whack, throw a little gas in. None of that. Listen, none of that.
That's off the table. So again, to me,
I love it. It's good. It's good.
Is there something that you can say is a deal breaker, dead end road at that moment? It's a wrap. So, like we said, Troy, she mentioned that throwing away her old pictures is one, and number two, if he, turns out to be a homosexual, for her, she want a heterosexual man. Ain't no beef and no. So
Troy said that's game. One time or thought of a time. It's no.
So that's at least she has a line that she can press to say, hey, I don't, you can't.
Teacher, ain't no back. I don't know what that means. Go use it.
Ain't no back.
Ain't no back.
What that mean?
I don't know. What you gonna say? Ain't no line.
No, but I'm saying that she has a line. She can say like Troy has her line.
Yeah. Everybody got a line.
Has a line.
Tamika say, man, you better every time my man, go out there and get on help their yard though.
Right, and we all got a line.
We through.
Everybody has a line.
Yeah. She said that's gay.
So they ain't no limited dog for the weekend. They went spring break.
It's so crazy.
They went down to Miami.
It's so double standard though, man. She's like I had one little thing. It was one little night. I kissed a girl and I liked it. Mm-hmm. It was one little phase I was going through, but I was hurting at the time.
Listen, I was on a radio show. A man asked me to say, "Hey, have you ever sent pictures to a friend of yours of sexual body parts?" And it was just like, she was like, "Yeah, well, I thought my friends say on my bikini line, I had missed a spot. I had a little, and I sent them my for JJ.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, nah, see, girl, I got all of that. And it's like, what? Now let a man say, man, dog,
I just live in Dawson. Don't need to think I'm good.
No
right
way. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's no way.
What y'all think? Y'all think I'm good?
Right.
What?
Yeah.
Never.
And that's just how women are. That feminine energy, y'all can kiss a girl, y'all can show a girl your titty, be like, hey, I got a little, do you think you feel it? Do you feel like it's a lump? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But if a man, no way. So here's the thing, right? So I got a question, right? What's the hardest challenge, Pastor Dozier, a man faces when trying to establish a policy within a relationship? Mm-hmm. If it be your own experience, the things you've seen with other couples and counseling, what you feel like is
the hardest part for a man establishing a policy is his total truth. Like most times, a man trying to establish a policy, he still kind of camouflaging. He it's true. It's because a man don't ever feel like it's totally okay for me to be totally honest.
100%. Right.
Because sometimes his total honest is, especially if he's sorry, nigga, he's sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So he come in the door saying, hey, I got to try to convince you I'm great.
Mm-hmm.
So he start laying policy out. If he's ever totally honest, he know it can hurt you. And I don't think the man wants to be totally honest. So he lie, he scheme, because some things, sometimes he knows that he just knows you. He knows that, hey, no, this ain't gonna go well. No, she ain't gonna like this. No, she ain't gonna be okay with it. That's like, no, if I say, I think your son on his way to jail, you too soft on him.
Mm-hmm. Like, who you talking to?
About my baby?
Well, no, listen, you know what? Like, you
thank you, but no thank. Like, yeah, you talk about my son.
Right.
Like, your son keeps that up. You keep doing what you're doing. He's on his way to prison. Okay, so yeah, I don't let him have to say your son look like he might be gay.
Right. Cross the line.
Do not collect.
She grabbed the shorts and
and another thing, she right here.
Right. And you straight turned to Medea out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So absolutely.
So I'm saying, so when man talk about real policies,
right?
Like I told you, even the guy I was talking about, even with this whole hair wig thing, man, he still ain't tell the truth. He wrong to say, man, I hate it. I don't never want to see it. He's trying to say, man, maybe we get a little jar, man. I'm just saying, baby, I'm just not so comfortable. Like, and he behind the scenes, like, man, I hate that, man. I hate all that, all that.
Right. When he get around us, when he get around his dogs, and he go by his partner house, and he hang out with his dog, then all of a sudden, all that venom, all that vitriol he got on lockdown, then it come out like, man, I be trying to tell him, but it just so my thing, the question I asked, right? Facebook, YouTube, everybody that's out there locking with us. My question was, what is the hardest challenge a man has to face when trying to establish policy within a relationship? My thing is addressing you without attacking you. All right. Now it's not that he himself knows I'm gonna just come. I'm going ham tonight, but addressing you without you having to feel like he's attacking you. That's one of the hardest things in my book, from my own experiences, things I see is the battle a man faces, because it's been times, man, we wrap it in a bowl, we wrap the delivery in bubble wrap, we wrap it in pillowcase and all this type of stuff in order to try to suit you and still get across a point that we always had debate because it's been on our chest. So, you know, if we got to get it off our chest, now we got to deal with how can I address it without attacking you. So for the women that's out there, as a man, we are saying as men on behalf of men that it's not that easy to establish a policy and feel like we got a place to really lead, because if we can't say anything, you think you got the impression, oh, we all good, we good over here, and he like, oh man, I'm just look. And all the while, you think because he's not saying anything that he's happy, and then things happen, and still the blame gonna be on the man either way. Man, going crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Now he do got to give rap, because he can be confidently and hurt you. Sure, like he can be, if he got confidence in his policy. No, I don't. His policy is, man, I ain't gonna be with no chick, man, who still got old pictures. We finna start a new life. That's really his thing. Come on, man. Anybody, his confidence just killed you. And that's the truth. Like, I think it's flawed for you to think we're gonna move forward and you holding on to something old.
Right.
So I don't like it.
And now,
see, now he offended you Cause why I can't keep this? It always come back to what's wrong with this? It ain't nothing, you know. Like
right. And now you ain't a real man.
So that's what most men do. What they keep the peace, man.
Because my battle is this: why, ladies? Why is it your first response is defense?
Right.
Why is it that your first thing is to lock up arms and say, well, hold up, why I can't? Because if I'm seeing this right on Facebook, Troy added something like throw my pictures out as a non-reversible, as a non-negotiable. You do this, and I'm liable to walk away. So if he does say, hey man, I don't want to see, you and the old dude. I mean, I understand if he your child's father, that may, we might make exception for that. But if even he just says in his mind or out of his mouth that he doesn't like this, something like that can be worthy of walking away from the situation. Right. And so to me, I think women all the time get offended by little things like that.
She said by Lance. Right. But that's my point though. So I'm just saying, because if a man be totally honest, sometimes he knows, hey, I'll lose you.
True.
You know what I mean? I know guys who be like, hey, here's the truth. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I want right now, but I still want you. No, you don't want to hear that.
Right. But you had like court teachers say, give me the truth. Don't give me peacemaker. Give me, if there's a policy, I want real truth instead of just being a peacemaker. And so many men that women believe are truly happy are great peacemakers. Yeah. Now women will still in that. You heard what I just said? That you have men out there are great peacemakers, and those same men or great peacemakers still get looked at as trash. Why? Because just tell me, then tell you, oh, you attacked me, you hurt my feelings. But be like, you can't have it both ways. You have to, if you're gonna be mature enough to say, give me truth, you gotta have the maturity to accept truth. And not be just the way he said it. And I don't like it because I know for a fact women ain't tripping off how they come across to you. If they mad, listen, hold on. I know you playing your game. I know you ain't here with your boys. Right. But can I talk to you? Like, and everybody in the room, like, Clarence.
And ladies, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. You gotta give him a couple rounds with the truth. That first thing he said was almost a lie. Right. I'm just gonna take him a little bit to what? Totally be honest, because he don't trust you. You know what I mean? This situation kind of tough because I seen men be honest and the lady know it's a lie. But I know it's a lie. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, it's hard. Back to the point, it's hard. So the man option is we gonna make peace.
I think women want the soft truth. Like they say, hey, give me the truth. Don't give me the hard truth.
Man ain't gonna give you no policy. Man gonna just keep the peace.
He just keep the peace.
Keep the peace. Even if he try to be within the confines of policy, his policy gonna keep the peace.
And that's the battle that I think women, y'all don't understand, where it's not as easy as you may make it seem to, hey, he can be a peacemaker. I asked the question, can he be a peacemaker?
That part of man, to Clarence right, he 2%. Not he, but people like him. It's on 2% of men say, guess I don't tell you how I feel, and I don't care how you feel about it. I still love you. My commitment ain't gonna change. But I don't tell you all the above, and we'll see where it go.
It'll go with him being left.
Yeah, that's hard because a whole lot of men are not willing to say, hey, I'm gonna stand behind who I am as a man. I'm confident who I am. I know I'm a good dude. And I'm gonna still tell you the truth. Like, man, the man is running from confrontation. He don't even want nothing to do with it. So he'll rather, I know men who would give a policy and that'll be a lie just to kill confrontation, to still keep the peace.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He'll be like, yeah, but nah, what you had suggested, well, we're gonna both do that. I think we ought to just go with that. He just keeping the peace.
Yeah, we just ought to just go with what you said.
And ladies, I will tell you this: it's hard to know what you have and who you with because you don't get the conversation that we get.
Right. That's a fact. That's 100%.
You ain't gonna get it. We ain't no threat to him. We know we ain't gonna be hurt. Mm-hmm. And don't say nothing like, all right, like, I mean, ladies, y'all can switch in a second if a guy tell you the truth.
That's the truth. And that's where the question emanates from. That's where it derived from, the fact that men are saying, well, can I say something? Can I have a point? Yeah. Can I establish some level of policy? Because why can't it be happy house or happy spouse, happy house? Yeah. Can't be that way. If I ain't happy. You see what I'm saying? So, with all of this going down, this is what I think is, it is really plaguing a lot of the relationships when it comes to how can we get to that stage of let's get married. how do we get there? And so, like I said, I know women will have they play with men, and men have they play with women. But the overall point is, can there be equal footing? Can a man say, "Hey, listen, you know what? Like you said, I don't like sandwiches." You know, Jeff said earlier, that ain't a meal to me. You know what I'm saying?
And your girl said, "Hey, I ain't going to nowhere in the yard." Like, I mean, that's just like a real. Ain't no such thing as, "Hey, we gotta hurry up and get this yard straight, man. I'm out here helping."
Right. So my question is, we're gonna wrap this up. Is have women, society, or both women and society? Well, you know, which one is it? One or the other, or is it both? Have relegated men to only be peacemakers in relationships.
Yeah.
Which one is it? Is it one?
I think our society has created not just men to be providers and be protectors. Not men must be peacemakers.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard numerous occasions. We got to talk about Dominique numerous times. Hey, what's wrong with you? Now, he supposed to know. He supposed to go back, check his day. How he say he love me. He don't know what's going wrong with me. Like, he got to, like, and the world now is adopting this thing. I just talk about back in that, man. Back in the day, man used to just have to be a good dude if he worked hard, paid bills at the house, come home, watch football, sports, whatever. He's a good dude. He home. You know where he at. Mm-hmm. Now, he got to be comforting.
Right.
You come into us, what's wrong with you? Let me run some water. Come here. Let me put some tea on. Like, he has to be all these other things now because he's obligated now to create peace.
Right.
Now, I hate to say it, even in this recently, I discovered a high percentage of this where even when there's a problem and the lady's wrong, there used to be a time that she was the one that was inevitable of, all right, let me clear the air. I'm sorry. Because she's the woman. She's more softer. She's right. More emotional to say, "Babe, I don't want us to be like this. Why we got to keep fighting like this?" Now, we live in times where, guess what?
Women masked up. They gooned up.
She said, like, he ain't going to say nothing. I ain't going to say nothing either. Like, the woman gooning up. And the man like, "Baby, come on. All right, come on. All right, baby, come on now." Like, he gotta make the peace. Right. Even when there's a raw argument, the guy be like, "You know, you're right. You got it. I'm sorry." Like, everything is, you make the peace, I'll be okay.
Right. That's cold-blooded, bro.
Yes. I definitely think society's made it about ladies. Now, y'all tell us we lying. I need to know. I think I'm spot on.
I think you're spot on. I think you're absolutely accurate with that.
Yeah, I think I'm spot on. Ladies, y'all tell me, do you too want a man to keep the peace?
Right. Like I said, and the question was, has society, women,
are women, right?
Is it both? Relegated. Yeah. That means just put men in a box of all you can be is the peacemaker. Policymaker, we don't know too much about that. Because we asked last week, I say, what can a man do? Even if he has money, pass Dozier to some women, well, so don't try to flaunt your money, like what that supposed to mean to me, right? Then you have women to say, if he has great qualities of a man, he love God, he's honorable, he got kids, he treat me sweet, and still in a moment's notice, the light switch, and it's like, I don't care about none of that if you throw away my pictures, or if you know what I mean, you do this and do that. All of a sudden, all of that great, man, I don't care. I'm willing to walk away tonight. Right. Period. Point blank, poo poo. Right. Yeah. You got all of that coming out. All that coming out about all because none of that was enough for her to respect what he was trying to establish. Right. It ain't to the point where, okay, I follow his lead because you know what, he's a great man, and so I know that, you know, I might disagree a little bit in this area, but I recognize that he has our best interests at heart. So I'm gonna go ahead and just follow that, just because I want my family. I want the household. I want the whole dynamic. So I'm gonna just go ahead and roll with it. No, you don't get that.
Right. I don't agree, but I know it's true. I know there's a whole lot of men out there, you know, they just, man, policy, what? They keeping the peace, man.
And again, that's just why, like I said, when you go to my live on Instagram and it's on YouTube, why men cheat if they're happy. It's a 2-part series. I broke it down in detail for y'all to understand why a man may cheat if he's perceived to be happy, because he may just be keeping the peace. So can he be a peacemaker and a policymaker? Question. So we're gonna wrap it up on that. Pastor Dozier, you got anything else you want to wrap up?
Hey man, no. I just think, man, these are good discussions, man. I think y'all need to really, I mean, you brought up something too that was mindful about even why they cheat because of that word. But I'm just saying, I think it's something, man, got to be addressed. I think in 2 relationships, these kind of conversations not happen early on. You trying to come out, oh, I wonder if it's chemistry, do we like the same music?
Mhm.
But hey, we need to know off rip because sometimes there's preconceived policies before why y'all meeting.
Mhm.
Somebody's already got a standard for how they think y'all to look and what they think y'all do this. And most times the man ain't telling you he keeping peace from the beginning.
Keeping the peace, man.
Yeah.
And women say, well, come tell me, all right, but we'll see. And that's where it's challenged every day. And you see these situations where, hey, what happened to Chris? What happened to Steve? What happened to this person? And it's like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess.
Mhm.
But after it happens a few times, you're like, man, well, something ain't right. But anyway, that's our topic for tonight. We hope y'all enjoyed the conversation. Hope y'all enjoyed the dialogue, man. I need y'all to hit that share button for your boy one more time. It costs you nothing to click. Show your love and support, man, because I really appreciate y'all. And I'm going to confront y'all in the streets. If y'all show love in the streets, y'all don't show love on these internet streets, because we really appreciate it. We really need it. And I really want to grow the audience to a higher number so that we can really get these comment sections thriving and popping. So I need y'all love and support. Like I say, man, I ain't asking for no dollar amount. But all I ask is just hit that share button, right? If you're on Facebook or YouTube, show your love, hit that like and share button. All right. So you guys already know what it is. Pastor Dozier, we got something coming up in a couple of weeks with that re-up.
Re-up, man. Re-up sad. The re-up service, man. We're doing it on July the 3rd. So I'm trying to give you your 4th. If you got it, I know a lot of times the whole weekend, like we make everything a weekend. But if you're available, you're in town or nothing else, try to catch us, man. We be online either way. Re-up. I think it's time, man. We're halfway through the year, man. It's crazy. The year already started. Seems like, but halfway through it, time to re-up.
Exactly. And if you didn't know, it is the place.
The place.
Ministries. All right. Can't make it to heaven until you stop by here. Now, this is my church home as well. Y'all want to show love and support on the 3rd of July. The re-up service, this is where you get reinvigorated. This is where you get restored. This is where, all of those things go on. You get revived. You can start anew. You can refresh. All of these things gonna happen. And to me, it's much needed, which is why I show love and support. It's not just he come out of podcast and this is real deal here, because we really need for y'all to have transformation in your life, whether it be in your relationship or in your overall life. So we need that. We need you to come through, show your love and support. If you're in the Tampa area, you're in the Tri-City area, Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, man, think it not robbery to come on by, man. Listen, if you got a free day, that'll be the day to swing on through, man. We appreciate y'all. We're going to see y'all next Tuesday night. It's a Male Translation Podcast, breaking down the difference of what men say and women hear, giving men a voice, giving women insight on relationships, the men's voice when it comes to relationships. We're going to see y'all next Tuesday night. Keep showing love. Keep hitting that like button, the share button for your boy. And till we meet again, all right? Peace.
Holla.